So with me now, just come off stage, our Red Spektor. How you doing, guys?
Good, we're good, thank you. Yes.
Absolutely. My name's Jay Hawkins from Music 224. I've obviously just seen your set. You've just come off stage. How do you feel?
Euphoric. It was
euphoric.
Absolutely killer. I absolutely enjoyed every second of that.
It was a nice long set, which is good. About an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, an hour. Yeah.
Do you usually get that long?
We did last time here, like a couple of years ago. We were probably one of the only bands that had an hour, weren't we?
A little bit more, yes.
Being second dark was quite a little unusual to get an hour, but I think normally a half an hour to an hour. But we haven't headlined properly for a while, which is normally when we get an hour when we're playing other gigs and stuff.
So let's start at the beginning then. So you guys are from Stoke, if I'm right in saying so. When did you guys first meet? How did you meet? How did you form?
Well, I met Darren, our drummer, through a mutual friend who ran a rehearsal space back in Stoke. And every Friday evening, all the local musicians would get together and jam. So that's where I met Daz. And we decided to get going with some form of band. And then Rob, I half-inched him off the internet by intercepting somebody else's thread on a musician's wanted forum without realising it, but I'm glad I did. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. Because I had a really crap day at work and I thought I need to get back into playing again. And then put an ad on the forum, thinking the band that got in touch with me was the one I put the ad on the forum for. And then next thing I know, John rang and sent me some information and I really liked what they were doing. And then that was kind of a previous version of the band, and then we formed as much for which probably about 4 or 5 years ago. The singer left, that was there at the time. He left, and then now we are who we are. Kind of, it's going to be a side project initially, wasn't it? And then,
yes.
And then he left, and it became our the whole thing that we.
So it was when you first met. Because I heard, bands have to gel, obviously.
Yes.
There's a few jamming sessions. Can you remember what tracks you played together first? Who did you pick? Did you pick? Cause I know you're heavily influenced by Sabbath, maybe Led Zeppelin. There's some very psychedelic bands in there.
Yeah, I think because we were originally a 4-piece, we already had some of our own material written, and so we played that. But I just instantly knew as soon as Rob plugged his bass in, sold. It was amazing. It was fantastic. So
so it's kind of like evolved into something else. Like the singer would go home, and then we'd be a different band at the night. So he'd get there late, go early, and the band that was before and after he was there was a different band, and that's who we are now. We've got on for ever since we met, haven't we?
yeah.
Which is really nice, isn't it? Because you get on stage, and then get on off stage. It makes it easier, doesn't it?
It's just like a brotherly love that just kind of helps join us together properly. It's like a whole different level. I've been lucky enough to be in 2 bands that have had that, and it's rare as rocking us. It's like absolute. It's a difficult thing to get right, and once if that is there and you're doing good music, nothing stops you. You just want to play. You're always going to be there playing together because you really want to just be doing that, getting that music out.
So you talk about getting music out. You've already had 1 album, and your second's about to be released. I've had it on good authority. You're not allowed to give me the title of the new album, but you played a couple of new tracks today. Is that correct?
We did, yeah. The penultimate song is called Masquerade, and the song before it's called Gilded Tears.
Yeah.
And they're the 2 new songs that are on the new album coming out soon.
So why did you pick those 2 songs to play live today? That's a good question. I think, because Gilded Tears is a tough track to play because it's quite open. It's got a lot of space. It's one of my favourite tracks, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to play it. Because when it's right, it's just right. But it's so difficult. It's like there's like an open rhythm to it, and it becomes quite challenging to get right in the practice room, let alone on stage. And I think we did a fine version of it tonight. But with Masquerade, it just feels good, doesn't it? It's like the power and the vibe, the energy in it just fits, and you can't help but include it into the set. We're kind of sneaking them in a bit earlier than we probably should be doing, but we can't. We just want to play them. We want to get them out there.
Are you signed to a record label, then?
No,
All
we're
DIY?
mastering at the moment. So we're signed with a debut with Cosmic. We're looking to get some samples out from the mastering, about 4 or 5 tracks, and then get them out to some labels and see if anyone's interested. If they're interested, then great. If they're not, then we're DIY and we'll be distributing ourselves and getting it out there.
So when do you release the new album?
That's a good question.
You still don't know yet?
No, we don't know yet. It's like when we started with the debut, we were planning to get it out October that year, recording. It didn't come out till May because we got signed, so it was an 8-month period of once we signed on the line to then actually getting it out. So it's now a matter of just seeing who is interested, and if they are interested, how long it will take for them to get it out there.
So you want to do it right?
Yes, absolutely.
With maximum exposure, maximum output.
Yes.
Which is fair play. I mean, I must admit, I've seen you guys twice now, both at HRH. I think the last time you played and this time. And I must admit, you guys are. You don't quite fit in the doom and you don't quite fit in the stoner.
We don't.
You're in the middle,
Yeah.
but you fit very well within the other bands that are playing here. I mean, if you saw yourself at any festival in the world, where would it be? Or playing with other bands, who would it be? I've noticed you've got Person t-shirt on there.
Well, we were that close to playing with Person.
Oh.
That would have been a dream come true for me, but they split just literally a couple of days before, a week before, which was unfortunate due to bad health as well, which is even more unfortunate. But I love that band. But for me, it'd be bands like The Ultimate Weird Cadaver, Radio Moscow, Uncle Acid. It's like being on the same bill as those guys would be absolutely phenomenal. Because they're doing it now, and they're doing it like the greats were doing it.
Yes.
So going forward then, you can't tell me when the album's released, what are you going to be doing next?
Finishing
Just
the
concentrating on the album,
getting
it finished. Where are you recording it? Where did you record it? Who did you record it with? Who did
Well, we're very fortunate that in Stoke there is a studio that has got an old school Studer reel-to-reel 2-inch tape machine, which we were kind of adamant we wanted to record to, like they did.
For band along.
To give it that sound.
Yeah. And so we recorded back there at a studio called Tremolo. And when we've had the recordings back, we've been in touch with, again through another mutual friend, try this guy to master it. So he's taken the recordings now, and he's doing a wonderful job, isn't he?
It's like he's put the energy right
That
into
you've put in yourselves.
Yes,
He's
dragged
mimicked
that out.
your energy.
Exactly. It's just phenomenal what he's done with it, isn't it? It's like the thing is, like, this album is quite an emotional thing. It's like we put a lot of graft and quite personal elements in there, isn't it? There's a lot of, and the debut was kind of, we wrote it, we're looking to put it out ourselves. We're lucky enough to got a label interested, all by chance, which was fantastic. But this one is kind of, it's got a little bit of like, we've got to be a little bit nervous about it in the most positive way. But I'm excited that it's either going to fall over or it's going to be fucking awesome. I can't work out which it's going to be, but we're hoping. I'm just excited as hell about it.
Good. So who's the primary music writer, lyric writer?
Lyric writer, that's John.
Music writer.
He's kick-ass lyrics.
Yeah. Where do you get your inspiration?
Just everyday life, real, honest, true experiences, things that we've had as a band or that I may have had that we can translate and we all relate to. I think if you don't, for me, if you can't sing about something you know about, then you can't really give it that conviction.
Same with playing as well. It's like if your heart ain't in it, it's not going to come out on stage. It's not going to come out in the music. It's like heart goes into everything we do.
So I think that's why we sound how we sound, because the music kind of comes together in the rehearsal room as a jam, and we only play what we know and what we like and what we feel.
Yeah.
We don't kind of think, well, do we need to sound like that or sound like this? And sometimes it's a nice surprise what comes out.
Yeah.
And you go, I'm not quite sure what that is, but it sounds good, so we'll keep it.
It means something to you, that's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I think the band taking to the stage now is to cut our interview short because we're not going to hear anything else. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. Good interview. Thank you very much.